Meow. Is this thing on? Oh, hello and welcome to Helen Kitty Cat Crafts. What do I do? Well, I do slow stitching, dolls' houses, fabric art, miniatures, dioramas, all sorts of things. But mainly I just play because I don't want to grow up. Stick around and see what we do. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Cats. Oh yes, we do cats too. Welcome. Hello. How are you? Thanks for popping by. What am I doing? Well, you've popped in on my DIY My Chateau video, part 25. And I'm adding a little bit of prettiness to the balconies. They've been sat here on the front of the house and I hadn't quite decided what to do with them. But I've decided I'm going to add these little bits of railings. Now they are made out of wood, so they are quite delicate. But I've decided they'll look really nice on the front of the house. So that's what I'm going to do. But they are quite small. So I think what I'm going to also do is raise the clay walls slightly so that they're a little bit higher up the window. And then we will leave them to dry. And then when they're all dry, I'll decide what colour to paint them. Possibly gold or black. Haven't decided yet. Yeah, we shall see. But I think they'll look really nice as balcony, just to add a little bit of a finishing touch. So I'm going to try and make the join from the new clay and the old clay as seamless as possible. So I'm just using water because that's all you need really. And if it needs a little bit of sanding down once it's dry, then that's fine, I'll do that. And I could also add filler if I need to. But yeah, I'm just using my sculpting tool and dipping it into the water. And of course, good old fingers, because fingers were invented first. So there's going to be 3 balconies across the front, and that's what I hope to do this afternoon. And then I'll leave it for 48 hours to make sure the clay's set before I do any painting. And I've also got my roses to add to the front door. So I've got my glue gun out. Yes, I know. Me and glue guns don't go together very well, do they? I always lose at least a little bit of skin to them. But yeah, I'm going to glue those on as well. But we need to get this finished first. So how have you all been? I hope you've all had a great week. I can't believe we're almost 2 weeks into November. Where has the time gone? I don't know. And I've got projects lined up and waiting for my attention, and oh dear, it's that time of year again, isn't it? What have you been working on? You know, I always like to hear what you've been working on. I hope all my American friends are staying safe. I saw a video of Lots of snow in New York already. Gosh, is it snowing where you are? I'm in the UK, we hardly ever get snow. Plenty of rain, not much snow. Which is a shame, really. I quite like snow. I'm definitely a autumn and winter girl, definitely not a summer girl. Which season do you like best? It does look very pretty, doesn't it? With a little covering of snow. I like to watch videos from all over the world with different countries and the weather that they're experiencing right now, because I just think it's really interesting to see how other nationalities are living. And also, I get to see the beauty of other countries from my armchair. But if you're in Canada or America, where the snow is quite heavy, please take care of yourselves and stay safe. Wrap up warm if you have to go out. As pretty as it is, it's very, very cold out there. So anyway, I digressed quite a bit, didn't I? And so we're just moving this clay out, moving back to the video. We're just smoothing this clay out and putting the railings in, trying to make it as smooth and seamless as possible, and then it'll dry for painting. I think these are just the perfect size because I don't want anything too overbearing. What do you think? I'm quite happy with those. A little bit of a finish off with the brush just to get any loose bits of clay off. It's a lot easier to take it off when it's still wet. And I've slightly knocked that fence, so I need to come back in and realign it, which I will do. Once I finish this video, filming this video, I will come back and make sure everything's as I want it. I always do. So now I'm just going to go round with just a normal water wipe, just to make sure that I've got any dusty bits off. And there we have the first one. Another two to do. So while they're drying, why don't we attach those roses? So I've got a rose for each pillar. I've got a rose for each pillar. Then we're going to attach them with just hot glue. I am going to add more plants to the boxes below the window. I just haven't decided what to put in there yet. So we're just going to add the roses for now. It looks really effective, doesn't it? Got to have roses around the door in a chateau. We have in my chateau anyway. Oh, oh. These ones are actually made from clay and they're really heavy. the glue gun should suffice to hold them up. I don't want to add any more support if I can get away with it. Squeeze that onto the top. This is where I burn my fingers. Hold it in place for a few seconds. Yeah, let's add a bit more glue, why not? No such thing as too much glue. Squeeze it all in place. That should support itself now. Ta-da! What do you think? Pretty good, I think. Give it a little bit of a rearrange. I'm sure I'll be constantly rearranging these. Yep. A little bit more. Yeah, the worst thing about a glue gun is all the stringy bits of glue that it leaves behind. Like snot. Yep, and a little bit more. Hopefully that should do it. So the posts have, pillars have been varnished, and so they should be absolutely fine to have the hot glue gun used on them. They've had a good couple of coats of satin varnish. I think it was a Winsor & Newton varnish that I used. Galeria satin finish, which is a really nice varnish because it dries super clear. There we go. I like that. That looks so pretty. Perfect. Really need to order some more of these roses. Maybe they look nice in the balcony. Perhaps. And on the other side, we've just got these, which are these are plastic, so they're a lot lighter. Not quite as realistic, but I actually quite like these because they're so light. You could put them anywhere. There's no weight in them at all, and they are very flexible. So again, we're just going to use the glue gun to attach them to the pillar. I think they look kind of nice. Yeah. Lovely. Yep, I like that. A little bit more glue on the side there. And then we're going to take the second one and we're going to fix it from the pillar to the box but then obviously that's where the doll's house opens, so we're going to have to create a break in the vine, which is fine, absolutely fine. But if I actually glue it all on and then snip it, it will fall naturally, so where it would if it was a real bush, rather than me try and just make it look nice. Stick that on there. Just a little bit more at the bottom, just to make sure that it's in place. Just like that. Yep. And there we go. Now I will say with these plastic ones, if you're using a hot glue gun, don't leave your glue gun on them too long, because it just melts the plastic. I'm sure none of you really need to be told that, but just in case. There we go. How pretty does that look? Lovely. That's just finished off that doorway nicely. Excuse me a moment while I have a drink. Lovely. So I'm just going to snip that bit there. Otherwise, the front of the house won't open, will it? How am I going to do the other work? Excuse me. There we go. And of course, the roses are red and pink, because anybody that knows me knows that pink is my favourite colour. There we go. So I'm going to pop off now and let you watch the last few moments in peace. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you're glad you came. And please do come back again soon. And until next time, take very good care of yourselves. Goodbye.